Did you hear about the new Classically Abby video about modestly dressing your cleavage? No shot. Classically Abby. This is fan service episode. Is it the newest one? Oh, how to look modest and attractive with a bigger chest. Dude, this has more views than like any of her videos recently. Wow, that's crazy. Any of the videos in the last 3 months, this has more views. That's insane. Fan service episode. I love that for her.
If you are new to my channel, here we talk about classic living and traditional values. And
I just love, like, God, she's so much like Ben Shapiro. She talks at the exact same fucking BPM. I also, yeah, like the 1600s music. Like, that's how you have to be classical. Like, classical refers to a time that you don't even have, like, relatives in before your name existed. You didn't say hi back to Abby when she said hi to the classic crew. I'm not part of the classic crew, all right? I'm part of the fucking future crew. Convinced she's not real and just Ben in drag. Well, Ben needs to make some decisions because she is very pretty.
if you'd like access to a ton of exclusive content, including my book club, my AV club, my bell, if you'd like access to a ton of exclusive content,
the contrast changed.
Including my book club, my AV club, my Zoom girl chats, and a weekly article.
The Zoom girl chats? Dude, what the fuck do you think is going on in there? Brett Cooper's Ben in drag? I think we just need to accept that Ben looks like a woman. Is it that all these women just happen to look like Ben Shapiro, or is it that Ben Shapiro looks like a woman?
I recently got an email from someone who is a subscriber on my Substack asking me about how to dress modestly with a bigger bust.
That's not like... She's trying not to say titties, but I think bust is more of a hornier word than titties. Yeah, I got a big bust. Really? Boobies is a bad word, not conservative. I love your bust.
Kind of discussing how it can be unfair that women with a different body type can wear something that's more clingy, more low cut, and it would still be within the realm of modest.
Bust was a lot more commonly used back in the day. No, it's still used. It's just used for, like, if you're getting someone's measurements, it's like, what's your bust size, right? But, like, the way she said it, in the context that she said it, where she's, like, consciously trying to avoid being too, like, raunchy. It's like edging. This is, like, the conservative version of edging. Like, is she gonna say it? Is she gonna say booby? Why do you think this has so many views?
And if you have a bigger chest, that's not accessible to you. And I totally get it. I mean, I live with that problem. But I also think that modesty is really important, and I embrace modesty, and I think it's a really beautiful thing.
Modesty is a beautiful thing. Do you know what your brother thinks about Muslim women?
Speaking of bust, I'm boota buzzed.
I'm boota buzzed. The bigger the boobs, the bigger the slut. That's true. It's true. It's just the way, you know, God made you with bigger boobs, and that just means that you're not going to heaven. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
But it will still look attractive and beautiful, and not just covering everything up and wearing things that make you look like a tent, because that is a real risk. Let me tell you, a real risk with having a big chest is wearing stuff that will make you look heavier than you are because it doesn't taper in.
Yeah, because you're wearing like a burlap sack because you value modesty. Look like a tit? No, a tent. Look like a tent because the boobie would poke out, and then because she wears a burlap sack, it just kind of goes straight from there.
And show that you have a smaller waist or a smaller figure. So I'm excited.
And that's what really matters.
Okay, so the first thing that I want to chat about is recognizing that your body can cross over into sexy very easily.
And don't you dare let it. Don't ever be sexy. Don't you dare. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I can't believe my tit is illegal right now. If I walked out shirtless, I'd get detained. That's crazy. No, I know. It's fucking wild. It's a very weird thing.
I think when a bigger busted woman sees a woman who's a little bit more straight up and down or has a smaller chest wearing something that we wish we could wear, we get jealous. We feel like, I just want to be able to wear that clothing. Why is everyone putting on me that I have to wear something different to be modest when she can wear the exact same thing and look modest and I can't?
So you're asking why, so wait, listen, let me get this straight. You're asking why society has arbitrary beauty standards that are different for women with different bodies. And you're saying that that's a bad thing. Am I high, or does that just not apply to the entire way that you behave and the way that you slut shame women who don't dress like they're, a mom in 1988?
The truth is that it should be a compliment to you that your body type is one that can take something that might just look like a shirt on someone else and look very sexy on you. You have a very beautiful body.
This is so creepy. This is so fucking creepy. It's a compliment. Is she hitting on me right now?
Wear certain things that another woman can't.
Is that a bad thing or not? No, she's describing herself, which makes it extra creepy.
When you have a lot of curves, then you do have to be a little bit more judicious about what you wear, because when you wear certain things, you are going to look very attractive.
So she's saying she's saying wearing a shirt if you have big boobs makes you sexy. Don't do that. That's bad. Yeah, it's your fault. Stop tempting all the men out there. It's not up to them to control themselves. It's not up to anyone other than you. You have to make sure you don't look sexy, or you get victim blamed, really. Can men have big ass and boob? No. They can't. Abby cannot handle seeing all these curves. Pack up your titties. Yeah, everyone, pack up your titties. We're going home.
And attracting. I am pro looking attractive. I think it's nice to look beautiful.
But don't look attracting.
Attracting attention to your figure, that is not as conducive to getting what you really want. When people are distracted by your figure, then maybe they're not really talking to you, and they're getting distracted by your body and not getting in touch with you and your personality.
That sounds like a weird excuse for enforcing your bizarre.
Shapiro uncensored on Google Images. She did blackface.
No.
Crazy. I swear.
No, that's not real. That's not fucking real. No shot. No. That's not real. These are all nudes. Jesus Christ. Did you just try to get me banned? It's just nudes. Why would you do that? Where are you? Take a minute off. Are these actually nudes of her? No way. That's not real. That's not her at all. Is it? I don't think they are. Jesus Christ. This isn't NSFW. This is just an article. Pregnant Abigail Shapiro photos broke the internet even though they were photoshopped. And I was just looking at this Photoshop. It's fucking crazy. And that's the thing. I don't even think trolls did it. Wait, no shot. This is her actual Instagram? No. Okay, this is the one that was that's still crazy. That's insane. No shot this is Photoshop. This one isn't, but this one is. But not by much. That's the thing. Yeah, somebody posted this. And this is the edit. But this is real. Because they didn't even edit it that much, dude. Fucking booba. Is that her husband? Ugh. He's not even that bad looking. The beard's not it. But he's not even that bad looking. It's just thinking about what kind of person he is. Is her kid named Bombi? No shot. No shot her kid's name is Bombi. It says boys are the bomb. Can you imagine?
So even though it's really frustrating that you can't just pick up anything that someone else could wear and put it on, because
I put 0 names past the conservatives. Put 0 names past white people. Behind white women. Put 0 names past them.
More low cut on you, it'll show more cleavage, it'll show more curves. Recognize that that's because you have a very beautiful body. Now, that's not to say that someone with a smaller chest has an ugly body. Not at all.
Is she a lesbian? What's happening? This is just her talking about women's bodies.
I think that you can have a beautiful figure across a range and across a spectrum of all different kinds of body types. But if you are curvy and you have a big...
Her son's name is Hunter Riker. That's not real. That's fucking fake. I can't find an Instagram post or anything with her saying that. Named after Hunter Biden.
You will veer into sexy territory more quickly than someone who has a different body type than you do. And with that in mind, that leads us to number 2.
She shamed girls in middle school for stuffing their bras for sure. She bullied. Oh, yeah, dude. Is Hunter Biden the son that does drugs? Sorry, from Canada. Yeah, that's the guy who smoked crack in a sensory deprivation tank, which is the most fucking metal thing I've ever heard of. It's like such a fucking cool thing to do.
That does veer into sexy territory, to lean into that and to want to look more sexy because it's easy.
Yeah, dude, women just show booba and they basically are given money for free. That's how the world works. I'm a baby, by the way. I have the brain of a baby. She also probably bullied girls and called them D-slurs in the locker room for looking her way. I don't know. She bullied, but I don't know if she was ever like... I feel like she's just probably closeted and not like... She doesn't seem like aggressive about it. She just seems like a white wine mom, like eye twitching her life away.
What is actually better and takes a little bit more skill is dressing in ways...
It's so self-aggrandizing. She bullied Ben for sure. She's like putting herself on such a pedestal. It's crazy. So it actually takes more skill, more prowess.
Dressing in ways that are flattering, that accentuate...
She tells us to wear a binder.
She's not gonna say that. It's easy for women to be sexy. Abby, have you ever considered maybe you just find women sexy? I know that. What a sus thing to say. She's subtly homophobic. She's subtly homo.
But don't make the focus how sexy your body looks. So if you can focus on looking really beautiful, then you can choose clothing that you love, that is attractive, but doesn't make the focus these sexy features.
She is saying, I can be sexy, but I choose not to. That's exactly what she's saying.
Okay, number 3 is a piece of practical advice, and that is wear V-necks with a cami underneath. So V-necks are very good if you have a bigger chest, because if you wear something really high-necked, sometimes that can make your chest look even bigger, whereas wearing something V-neck tricks the eye into thinking that your chest actually looks a little bit smaller. But instead of just wearing a V-neck and then immediately drawing attention to your cleavage, because that's...
Yeah, cover that fucking shit up. As a matter of fact, cover your entire body except for one eye.
So you're getting the visual of a V-neck, but you're also staying modest by covering your cleavage. I do this all the time. I have a ton of camis that I wear. One of them is actually very close to my skin tone, so it doesn't detract.
So I look like a Barbie doll with no sexual features, no genitalia, just smooth contoured skin with no folds, no creases.
And that allows you to remain attractive and beautiful, but modest at the same time. And you're doing something that actually is very flattering for your bigger bust, but doesn't lead people to look right into your cleavage.
And see what snacks you have hidden in there. She's not worried about men being distracted. She's worrying about herself being distracted. Yeah, true. She's like, women, cover it up. All right, I can't stop looking at your cleavage. On the topic of tits, she said this earlier, before or after this video. What a foul take. Followed a brand on Instagram that helps scars fade postpartum. Yesterday, they reposted their product being used by a young woman to fade away her mastectomy scars after transitioning. A perfectly healthy young woman whose breast had been removed. Immediate unfollow. Despicable. What a horrible thing to say. I'm glad you of all people hold breasts in such high regard. I feel like this would be such a good copy pasta. This copy pasta is awesome, Thalmor Biznich. Thank you. Followed a brand on Instagram today that helps scars fade postpartum. Yesterday, they reposted their product being used by a young woman to fade her mastectomy scars after transitioning. It's so good. I love the emojis.
And I think it's not just that women who have a less curvy body type can wear clothes that make you look sexy. It's also like vice versa, that the women who have less of a curvy body type can wear baggier things and it'll look flattering on them and it won't look flattering on you.
What if she's doing reverse psychology to see more boobs? I'm pretty sure that's what she's doing. She just wants to see boobs.
So that is a frustrating thing. So we want to walk that fine line of wearing clothing that is fitted, but not so fitted that we see every lump and bump, and that doesn't necessarily need to show off, you know, your chest. I mean, you don't want to wear things that show, like, I had a friend in
You don't want to wear things that let people see your skin, you fucking slut.
high school, for example, who could wear like scoop neck t-shirts, and she just
So wait, that means, okay, so if you have no titty, then you can wear whatever you want?
didn't have a very big chest, so it really just
If you, wait, what? That's crazy. If you don't have cleavage, you can wear shirts that show more skin? That's such a weird double standard. That's still like sexual. It can still be sexual. She really is just saying, like, if you have small titties, you're not as attractive.
was kind of just skin up here. And if I wore that same shirt, it would be really inappropriate. So I didn't wear that shirt. And
Why? It's the same part of your body. It's just cleavage. I don't get it. Maybe it's because I'm also a small titty enjoyer, and I think when girls don't have cleavage, I think that's still cool.
she did, and it was annoying, and it made sense. Like, you can't argue with reality. Just because you want to be able to wear certain things that your friend is wearing, it doesn't mean that you can.
Well, you won't look exactly the same, of course. No one's saying that. She's saying if you have bigger boobs, you're slutty inherently. I guess that's what she's saying. Based small boob truther. Yeah, exactly. There's no such thing as like bad titties. I just think small titties are cool.
It's going to look different on you. In the same way that there are some clothes that will be flattering on you that won't be flattering on her. So that's a really good thing to remember, is that
Yeah, like your burlap sack is not the same size as her burlap sack. It's crazy. Can you please watch this?
My snail's got humor.
Titties are a
She's the
social construct. Why else would my man titties not be seen as sexual but women's are?
It's true. It's true. Man titties, I'm also a fucking man titty enjoyer. If you think I'm not, you're fucking crazy. You have to believe me.
you have to accept that there are things that you just aren't going to wear. Maybe they are flattering on you, but they're too flattering. And maybe they're not flattering on you, and they won't look good on you.
What's the threshold of flattering? Saying something is too flattering is really strange.
So I'm not the biggest fan of just wearing big blousey tops, because I do think that they are imbalanced with a bigger chest. But sometimes that's all that's available. Like, that is the style right now. So if you're gonna do that, wear...
She's really sweaty. Her upper lip is like wet. She's saying wear loose thing over tight thing. She just invented fashion, actually.
So shirts can be flattering, but not too flattering. Your boobos can be big, but if they're too big, you're a slut.
Yeah.
And if your boobos are too small, you aren't a woman.
I don't know, man. I don't know what she's trying to say.
I always used to call the graduation gowns that I had to wear growing up, when I graduated from high school and then from college, I always called those actual tents, because it was just like a sheet and it just hung straight down and it was so unflattering. So
I don't understand. I don't get it.
I think you can dress in a really attractive and modest way, even with a bigger bust. These are the tips and tricks that I use all the time.
This is a terrible video. This is a terrible list. I don't even know how to do that. I have more subscribers than Classically Abby. I'm surprised. That's crazy. I really love this channel, and I hope it grows as much as it deserves. Even though I am a straight man, I did get a lot out of this video. Attractive versus attracting. I'm attractive enough that I get a certain amount of street harassment. Not like girls, but most men don't believe my stories. And strangers feel fairly comfortable telling me that I am attractive as like one of the first things they say. I used to hate it. In my early 30s, I would dress down and not take care of myself far just to avoid the attention. But don't we all like looking nice now and again? Where is the line? You hit the nail right on the head better than I have ever heard. Attractive versus attracting. Perfect. Gold star. What a confidence builder. I like this channel a lot too as a straight male. Dude, this guy is so funny. He's like, every time I go outside, I have to stop showering, so I'm so stinky that girls don't come up to me anymore. If you're flat-chested and have a more stick-like figure, then you can wear whatever you want and it's modest. But if you have bigger boobs, being modest is barely possible. Yeah. That was a good video.